I'm going to do a self-portrait. It's always a good idea to do a self-portrait once in a while. A lot of work for this project took place last summer when I took the undercarriages off of a couple of old ironing boards that I'd bought. I sanded them and filled in holes and gessoed them and put them away so I could make paintings on them later. I have a photograph here that I'll be working from. I've painted the board with a thin wash of phthalo green, and now I'm chalking in my face, just trying to get the proportions correct. Well, I'm just going to jump right in here. And what I generally do is once I have these proportions established, I put in the main shadows. I'm using Utrecht acrylic paint on this. Now I'm going to paint in some lighter parts, and basically I'm just going back and forth here, back and forth from light to dark, using the green background as an underpainting. Some of it will show through when I'm done. I've added a hat here. I'm refining the expression a little bit. It's starting to look the way I want. I have to lighten that eyebrow some. It's kind of a frightening thought, but this painting is starting to look like me. It's just a matter of going from light to dark, light to dark. I'm looking in a mirror. I'm also referring to my photograph. And now I'm going to start painting in the sweater and the clothes. I feel like I have the face done just about right. I'm starting to like this big black shape, or this big dark shape, which is my apron. So I'm going to have a table in front of me, and I'm going to paint this apron so that it's nice and level, 90-degree angle. And then I'm working on my hands here. Hands are impossible. Hands are just impossible, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do a little still life in the front of my self-portrait here. So let's just go and do it. Let's just make some marks, and we'll put in an angled piece of paper. I'm going to do a Buddha statue, and I'm working on that from a photographic reference. I'm going to paint a little bluebird knick-knack that I found in my daughter's room. I'm working on it from life. And also I'm going to put in a bottle of ink that just happened to be sitting on my desk studio table. A realistic little detail for the painting. Now I'm going to do a camera in front. That was kind of a decision I made, and I did some sketches, which you can see on the left there, of my camera, and it's a hard thing to paint. I really have to simplify it. And reinforces the tidy one's anger about her messy partner. Getting something to look metallic is kind of a trick. You have to look at it, you have to look for highlights, and also you really just can't paint an object flat gray. You have to put in some blues and some greens. I'm going to do a camera strap, which will be going along at the same angle with some miscellaneous pens and pencils, all trying to keep the composition unified, all the angles unified. I'm dabbing in some paint where my palette is, and now I'm going to make some straight lines to have a picture within a picture in the background behind me. I use my fingers a lot when I paint. After a couple of days I decided, well, I'm going to put in something above my head. I put in a bluebird. It kind of goes along with a little knick-knack bluebird that I have at the bottom. And then later, after I paint this bird in, I'm going to wood burn on the borders of the piece. Gives it kind of a natural looking outline. And then I'm going to put in some gold paint. I put in some shapes, put red in first, and then go over it a few times with gold, and it makes a nice reflective surface. I really like the extreme vertical surface that an old ironing board gives you. Plus you have that nice finished wood panel. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time.